And it's been a while. It's good to see you back out there. How's the back feeling after the first 45 minutes of your season?
Yeah, it felt good. It was a bit weird coming into the change room actually playing after nearly 8 months out. But yeah, it felt great going out there with the lads again and just working towards our goals this season.
So it must have been difficult when you were making your breakthrough in the Premier League team last year to then be out for the rest of the season. How difficult was that, and how good is it to be back?
Yeah, it's obviously difficult for any player getting injured, and I felt for me at that time wasn't the best time for me, but it's one of those things in football, injuries happen and stuff, and obviously the staff here, the physios and the sports science, I just thanked them for the opportunity to obviously help me getting back, and that was the goal, to come back for this game. Everything went to plan, so obviously I have to thank them for that.
Obviously it was a difficult finish the last season, but you couldn't be involved. How difficult was that sitting on the sideline watching that?
Yeah, it's difficult because obviously even though I'm not playing, I still feel a part of the group, and whatever the team feels, if you're playing or not, you're going to feel it. So I felt the same as the lads in this relegation, but we're in the pre-season now. We've got another tough game on Saturday, so we just need to set our sights on this season ahead.
How is the feeling within the squad? A lot of the players have been there before, they've been down, they've gone back up again. Are those lads the ones really getting everyone else going?
Yeah, I think for the boys, like you said, that have had that experience before, I think you kind of need that because obviously we have more players that maybe haven't. So we just have that good balance, and yeah, as you said, they are the ones that are kind of getting us through it and keeping our focus on the season ahead.
It is a really big squad that there is at the moment, and for you personally competing at centre-back, you've got Ben Gibson, Grant Hanley, Christoph Zimmerman, young Jonathan Tompkinson as well. Are you going to have to be patient this season to get your run in the first team?
Healthy competition's good. I think every team needs it. If you look at the top teams, there's 4 or 5 picks in every position, so it's only going to make me want to work more, and we'll just see what happens.
And of course promotion's going to be the target this season. Is everyone in the camp confident?
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be easy. Obviously we've done it before the last 2 seasons, but it's not a thing of we're going in and be like, oh, we're going to get promoted. It's not going to work like that. The championship is a dogfight, so we're going to have to go in there. Obviously promotion is the goal, but we're going to go in there level-headed and just take it game by game.
And you yourself, your 2 seasons so far, the first one, it was just a few games towards the end of the season. Last year, it was a few games at the start of the season. You're just going to be wanting a injury-free, consistent 40-game season, I guess. Yeah,
definitely. That's, for me, personally, that's the goal now. As you said, I played half a season and then played a couple of games last season. So my main focus now is just to get a full season, because that's what I need, and that's what every kind of young centre-back needs, just a run of games. So that's the goal for me.
Just building your fitness up to that first game, Cardiff, you're hopeful to be involved. It's 45 minutes this evening. Is that going to be the same going forward? It's just going to be a little bit here and there, or are you getting close to be able to do that 90 minutes?
Yeah, as I said, it's just a progression. Obviously with the injury I had, it's all healed now, all good, but I still need to manage my load. So 45 minutes a day, and obviously just going to hopefully just progress maybe 60 minutes, 70 minutes until I'm fully fit to start full game. So.
Brilliant, thanks very much. You guys go.
Yeah, I was going to ask, can you remember how that injury came about? And because it wasn't just like a hamstring pull, was it, where you just pulled your hamstring with it?
It was one of them. It was so basically fractures happen if it's just one mechanism. Like let's say you jump and fall, you get a fracture, or fractures come by just repeated blows in one area, and that's what it was. It was a part of my back that hadn't fully matured yet, and obviously that season I was playing first team, and then I was playing international football, so it was a lot of load on that specific area, and just unfortunate for me that it wasn't able to cope with really that little area. But in another sense, I'm a little bit grateful that it came and it's gone now, instead of maybe like 2 years, 3 years. So I'm just happy I've gotten over, and again I just need to thank the physios and the sports scientists, because over that 8 months you do have days where you're just not motivated at all, and it's just back pain's the worst for anyone. It is. Yeah. But yeah, the boys have kept me motivated through those 8 months, and the big part of the reason why we're on schedule and why I was able to play 45 today.
I was going to say, were there times when it was incredibly frustrating? I mean, because again, it's probably not a common injury necessarily.
Yeah, definitely is. It's a stress fracture on the back. It's one of those that after about 2 months I felt like I could run, but obviously I couldn't. So it was one that I was waking up feeling good, watching the boys train, and I'm like, I could jog here, but obviously you need to just let it heal fully. So it was frustrating, but I'm over the moon that I can come out and play 45 now. Felt good, and just hopefully build on that.
That's brilliant, and congratulations on the new contract. I mean, that must feel like a huge boost and support from the club in terms of how highly they rate you.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as you said, it's a big boost for me personally, and it's just I'm in a privileged position. Obviously, I signed it while I was injured, so obviously I owe a massive appreciation to Norwich City for that, and kind of seeing that potential in me. Obviously, when I'm still injured, so I just feel like I need to repay it. So no pressure.
Top man, Andy. Top man.
Just to sort of look at that period, I mean, you spoke about maybe the frustration, but is it a benefit? I mean, you kind of touched upon it, but a benefit that it's arrived at this stage of your career in terms of experiences for you as a young football player?
Yeah, no problem. It's a mixed bunch, obviously, because for me, I felt like it wasn't a great time because obviously the Tottenham game, and I felt in those times I was maybe going to get a run of games. But look, everything happens for a reason, do you get me? So there is negatives to it, obviously, because I got injured, but you can take away some positives. Like you said, it's happened now, I've experienced, because that's my first ever time missing over weeks of football. And during that time not playing football, I've learned a lot, even off the pitch as well, like mental health and stuff like that. So obviously we have great staff, all the boys are great lads, so they help me so much through that. And I just have massive respect for the lads that are out for a year, like ACL injuries, all of that, because you never really realise that until you're actually injured. So massive respect to all those boys and how they cope with it.